Hi students, I wanted to share the flute with you today, and I will start by showing you how I put my flute together. So the flute comes into 3 pieces in its case so that it can be easily carried and transported. So it's kind of like a little human because it has a head, it has a body, and then at the bottom it has a foot. So I am going to put the head joint onto the body. I am going to put the foot at the bottom. And then let's look at this. This is a woodwind instrument. So why is this a woodwind? Think about that compound word. Hopefully you already thought about the wind part, meaning I'm going to use my wind, my air, to blow into this flute. So that's the wind part. Now the wood part is a little more tricky. There is no wood anywhere on this flute. But for a long time before we made flutes out of metal, flutes were made out of wood. And you can still buy a professional wooden flute, and there are many professional flutists who play on wooden instruments. We just discovered that making flutes out of metal, they last longer, they hold up better, and so now most flutes are made out of metal. This one's silver. You can be fancy and have one out of gold or pretty much any metal that you want. So I'm going to play this for you, but first let's decide, how do I play the flute? So I ask my students and they will say blow into it. So I'm going to blow into it. I didn't hear any music, so what am I going to do? So they'll say, oh, blow and push the keys. Yes, and please remember these are keys. All woodwind instruments have keys, so that's important to know. So I'll do that. I'll blow and push the keys. Oh man, I still didn't hear any music. So I'm going to tell you the secret. So the secret is actually that you have to blow across the hole, not directly into it. So I'm going to take the head joint off for a minute so I can show you what I mean. So if I blow directly into the hole, I get nice cool air sounds, and sometimes flutists use those. But if I want to play a tune, a song, I have to blow across the hole so you can see the hole. And there we go. I have some musical sounds. So now if I put my flute back together, I'd like to play a couple of pieces of music for you. The first one is by a famous composer named Mozart. He wrote this music. And I hope you notice that the flute has a high sound. It's a high woodwind. Flutes often play the melody in bands or in orchestras. You will hear them play a lot of the higher notes, a lot of the faster notes. They tend to get the melody a lot. And then another piece, this is a piece by Chaminade. And that is the flute.